So this way, coming from Calcutta to Shimla was nearly a month's journey. It took them nearly a month to reach here. Well, Anglo-Gorkha War was over. Captain Kennedy had already decided and designated the boundary of the town of Shimla, and people had started following his footsteps. So more and more European gentry wanted to come up and stay here for longer and longer period. And not only Shimla, rather other places in the hills also. And all these places became their retreat. And remember, in Himalaya, whatever hill stations they built, they were all in the Himalayan foothills, in the Shivalik hills, between the elevation of 4,000 feet and 8,000 feet. Now the question was always how to come up. In those days, there was no vehicular traffic, no motor cars were there, no roads were there in the hills. Railway was there, but not even in the dreams. Nobody had even thought of that. Coming up to Shimla, all the way from Calcutta, Lahore, Meerut, Kanpur, Lucknow, Delhi, Dinapur, from all these places, which actually were the British cantonments, army cantonments, and most of the British gentry was based in at these places. Now listen to the list of problems they had. First problem, no proper transportation. They had to rely upon bullock carts and camel carts. That was the only mode of transportation they had. So either they had to hire the transport, or they had to change on the way. The person who is starting from Calcutta on a bullock cart or on a camel cart, can you imagine how long it is going to take? So one pair of bullocks is not going to continue till Shimla. In many cases, the whole transportation was changed, or in many cases, just animal was changed. Just the bullocks or camels, whatever. So this was one problem. And every time they changed, they had to shift the entire paraphernalia that they were carrying, entire things. I'll tell you what all things they had to carry. It was not one bullock cart that could bring one family. There were several, because they had to bring so many things with them. So this way, coming from Calcutta to Shimla was nearly a month's journey. It took them nearly a month to reach here. But they did it. Every year they did it. And they continued doing it till the railways came in 1903. Well, the next challenge was accommodation. There were no proper hotels. There were no inns, no guest houses, no other accommodation units on the way to stay for them. And they had to rely upon only on the tents, or they had to stay on their bullock cart or camel cart, or some people also had made arrangements with the villagers on the way that every time they come and they could hire some room from them. This way, this expedition continued for several years. Well, another big challenge that they had to face was to cross the rivers on the way. There were no bridges. They had to cross either on boat, or if the water was shallow, they walked through that with everything on their head, on their back, and they had to cross through the river, go to the other side, and then another bullock cart or camel cart would meet them and take them further. Even now when you travel from Kalka to Delhi, on the way there are two big rivers. One is Ghaggar near Chandigarh, and the other is Markanda, that is a few kilometers before Kurukshetra. So to cross these rivers, even sometimes they took the help of elephants. Later on, well, bridges were built, but I am talking about before 1856, when Kalka Shimla road came up. Other challenge was there were no roads. There were no proper roads. So the moment they left Ambala, the biggest challenge for the bullock cart, for the camel cart, was to uh, to negotiate with the incline. Ambala is at the elevation of 264 meters and Kalka is 656. Most of the people, they spent a night there, and then next morning or perhaps another after 2 days they moved on, they started their journey towards the hills, and next destination always was Kalka. Now the real problem began because of the absence of road from Kalka to Shimla. The biggest question was how to carry all the things which they brought with them. Now listen to the things what they brought with them. They had to bring everything because in Shimla there was hardly any market, and if there was any, it could not fulfill their requirement. So they had to bring everything. Everything means furniture, carpets, chandeliers, crockery, cutlery, their clothes, their cattle, the pheasants, their servants, their belongings, and what not, which was essentially required to lead a life smoothly because they were going to be here for nearly 6 months or more than 6 months. Now, after leaving from Kalka, what is the route they took? They followed a trail via Taksal, they followed a trail to Kasauli, then to Garkhal, then Sabatu, then Kakarhatti, Gambarpul, Sairi, Jubbarhatti, which is the airport now of Shimla, Jatog, Boiluganj, Chola Maidan, and Shimlu or Shamla. This route was constantly in use till 1856 when Kalka Shimla road was built. Men had mules, men had horses, ladies were carried in jampins and palquins, and I have already told you what kind of challenges they had. On a mountain trail, traveling on a sedan chair, which is carried by 4 bearers, was one had to be very, very courageous. But to fight the heat of the plains of India, the high rising temperature every year, 47 degree of centigrades, it was quite okay for them to accept all these challenges to come up to the hills and enjoy the cool mountain air.